All right, class. Welcome to Jesus Mission and Ministry Week 3. We're moving now. Jesus gathers his disciples and sends them on mission. Or, more simply, washing feet. Because I think that's the heart of the mission of Jesus. We'll get there. Let's start with Jesus is sending out his disciples, but it's not like other people send out their disciples. His disciples need to be different. Here's a good instance of how they need to be different. So this is from the Gospel of Matthew. The mother of the sons of Zebedee, that's the sons of thunder, she's a force to be reckoned with, came to Jesus with her sons, and kneeling before him, she asked a favor of him. And he said to her, "What do you want?" And she said to him, "Declare that these 2 sons of mine will sit one at your right hand and one at your left in your kingdom." You can imagine how that went over, right? Not only with Jesus, but with the other disciples as well when they found out about it. Outraged. Jesus explains some things to her that she doesn't understand, obviously. But then he says this. He calls his disciples and he says, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones are tyrants over them. It will not be so among you. But whoever wishes to be great among you must be your servant. And whoever wishes to be first among you must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." 'Tis a different understanding of being a leader in this community. Now, on the night before he dies, he gives an even better example. Do you recognize this painting? James Martin will talk about this specific painting in the readings for today, but it's also the one on the cover of your PDF for the course. I think it's the best image of ministry in Christian terms. Jesus washing feet. So all of you heard that story and you read about it. Let's dig into some of the meanings first so that when you're reading you can hear it for a second time. It'll really sink in. So, on the night before Jesus dies, knowing he was to die, he does prophetic action. Beyond words, this is an action that says something. What does it say? Well, it says something Peter doesn't want to hear. "You'll never wash my feet. I won't have my Master and Lord washing feet. That's the job of a slave." You can see Peter's point because he is top dog among Jesus' disciples. But top dog serving a slave, that's not so much. He thought he was top dog serving a somebody. You see, even the followers don't want a master that's weak. That's the way of the world. But Jesus explains to them, "So if I, your Lord and your teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet." 'Tis an example of what they should do. But it's a very particular example. Of course, it's an example of equality. You are to wash one another's feet, you see. This goes beyond the greatest shall be the least. It's not a competition to be the best foot washer. I read a lot of interreligious things, and I remember reading once something from the Hopi, that in their services, their medicine man, he takes the lowest position near the Sippawa, the emergence point. So it's so much better than those Christians who their priest in the worship thing stands up higher than everyone else in the sanctuary. Higher than everybody else, lower than everybody else. 'Tis the same game. You're still special. It's like saying, I'm so proud that I am the humblest person I know. Missing the point, right? In this group, we should all be equals. So leaders shouldn't be like other leaders because Jesus is not doing what others are doing. He's not trying to conquer anything. He's trying to bring the whole world together. And so leaders in this community should be gathering people from everywhere, making everyone feel welcome. To be a Christian leader is to be of service to all and to bond people together as equals. No one in this community is greater than the others. How do you make people feel that? 'Tis the leader's task to say, I'm no better than you. We are in this together, bonded together. Do you feel that? That's what the mother of the sons of Zebedee didn't understand, right? But what is essential to being sent out by Jesus, to gather all people, start with the least, the most marginalized, but then let even the greatest among us know that to be part of this group is to be equal, even with them. All right, that's enough to get you going, and I'll see you in the discussion boards. Looking forward to it.